I'd always dreamed of visiting Scotland. To me, it seemed like a place straight out of a fairy tale. So when my boyfriend Scott suggested we take his van Wally up north for a month, I couldn't pack fast enough.
The adventure begins.
From the moment we arrived, Scotland completely captivated me. Misty Highland peaks, ancient castles, hidden glens. Each place we discovered seemed to hold its own magic, and we documented it all. I'm Hanna, a Swedish watercolor artist, singer, and eternal dreamer, living the van life in the UK with my boyfriend Scott. Come along with us as we explore Scotland's hidden corners, uncover ancient tales, make art, and experience life on the road firsthand. From the charming streets of Edinburgh to the rugged coastline of the Isle of Skye, we'll share with you the moments that made us fall in love with Scotland. And maybe Scotland's magic will captivate you, just as it did us. A year ago, my life looked quite different. I was living in Brighton in England, working a retail job and feeling a bit lost, to be honest. Overwhelmed by life in a city, feeling disconnected from my creativity, from nature, and honestly, from that sense of wonder I usually feel. I just knew I needed a change. That's when my boyfriend Scott and I made what some might call a crazy decision. We left city life behind to live in his van, Wally. I took a leap of faith, quit my retail job, and decided to pursue my true passion, creating art full-time. If you told me a few years ago that at 32, I'd be living in a van and following my dreams as an artist, I don't think I would have believed you. But sometimes the choices that might seem crazy to others turns out to be exactly what your soul needs. Between our van journeys, we often stay in Northampton. Scott's parents live in this town, north of London, and their driveway has become Wally's temporary home. And now here we were, packing up for our biggest adventure yet, a month in Scotland.
We're leaving to Scotland.
Yeah.
We're heading off in Wally the van, and yeah, it's all packed up. He's ready to go. He's been serviced, and the adventure begins.
I'm so excited. We're going to Scotland, a land where I have never been in this life. Probably past lives, but not in this life.
Hey!
And off we went. I couldn't hide my excitement. I never can, to be fair, as you'll probably discover if you stick around for more of these videos. Driver's gotta have a little coffee.
Thank you.
But you've been to Scotland before?
Yeah, my family's from Scotland, so it feels kind of like coming home in a weird way. Every time we come back, it's just very nostalgic. As soon as you hit the Scottish border and the hills and you start seeing all the little dots of sheep scattered about the landscape, and then it starts to rain every 2 minutes, then it stops raining, then it rains again. But it's really when you go past Glasgow and you start going up towards the Highlands where it starts getting ethereally beautiful. Just come down from the Isle of Skye, I'm over the big and I'm awful shy. The lassie shout when I go by,
Donald, where's your trousers? Oh, we stopped there. You look very suspicious. Crossing the border to Scotland after a 5 hours drive or so just felt so good. We're in Scotland! This is so pretty. You see what I mean about not hiding my excitement? But why should one do that, really? Hello there, sweet cows. And hello there, sheep, rabbits. What are you? Why are the ears so long? My very first step in Scotland.
Scotland, baby.
And Wally did so well.
Just for context, the last 3 times we've gone on an adventure with Wally, he's broken down. So this is a big success.
Yeah, but just the fingers crossed and touch wood and all of that. Superstitious. Ah, and you were such a good driver.
Oh, ready for a cup of tea?
Yeah, me too. Oh, dinner.
Yeah.
It is so quiet and peaceful here. I haven't experienced this silence in a long time. Ladies first. Morning.
Oh, thank you.
It's a beautiful day today. That first morning in Scotland felt magical. It was the 1st of July, Scott had gotten his tea, and we'd woken up to perfect summer weather. First morning in Scotland. I have the strangest feeling right now. I was just looking at the hilltops and the evergreen trees and all the grass, and I just felt so happy, almost tearful. I felt a sense of relief, and I think it's that connection with nature that I've missed and that I've been longing for so long. Living in a city like Brighton, just being on the countryside with the silence, no nearby roads or traffic, and not a single person right now that I can see, except for Scott. Yeah, it's just pure medicine.
There is lots of good things about doing the van life thing, but the worst thing is washing dishes. No dishwasher, and it's always a complete struggle to maintain a good water supply. You're constantly on the hunt for water wherever you go. Because this van's so big, we've got like 90 litres of water that we can carry at any time. So we're pretty good for a few days.
Yeah, this is where we store the water. Here and underneath this one, you can actually open it up. There. Well, you can't see it now, but we have lots of water under there. So, yeah. At least you have a little nice view when you do the dishes here. There's the toilet and the shower. Fancy stuff. We have spent our first night here in Scotland, and what was this place called, Scott?
We're about halfway between the Scottish border and Glasgow, and we're on our first stop.
After breakfast, it was time to move on again. We were taking our time exploring the southwest before heading up to the Highlands and eventually down south again to Edinburgh in the east coast. But first, we wanted to see what the south had to offer. This feels like a quite enchanting forest. Slightly haunting, which I think is exciting. You know how some forests just have a spooky vibe about them? This one, I think it was because it was so silent. Or maybe I did have some invisible eyes watching over me behind the branches. It kind of felt like it. Scott? Scott, that was you, right? Yeah, that was Scott. That little trickster. We found a quiet spot to park Wally just outside the forest for the night. Very cozy. Our next stop was 3 Lochs Forest Drive, a peaceful nature reserve in the lowlands. The moment we parked Wally by one of the 3 lochs, loch is Scottish for lake, by the way, I felt this immediate sense of peace wash over me. Yes. Perfect. Growing up in Sweden, I was always surrounded by lakes and lots of forests. So this felt like coming home. We spent the afternoon basically doing nothing, just sitting about, having scones, and loving the fact that we had this place to ourselves. As it started getting dark, I found myself just watching the lake, the trees, how everything changed in the evening light. Here we were, far from everything, in the wild at night. Just Scott and I and Wally, surrounded by forest and the creatures that dwell in it, the seen and the unseen. I could already feel myself falling in love with Scotland, and we'd barely seen any of it yet. But it wasn't just Scotland, it was this whole way of living. Being on the road, being in nature, it makes you feel so free, like anything is possible. This is my Scottish loch dance.
I don't know her.
Scott, do you believe that the trees has a spirit?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So do I. That's why I sometimes hug trees and talk to them. For me, that's nothing strange. It's an instinct. And it feels good. And it makes me feel connected to nature. I try to not do it though when there's other people around. I get embarrassed. Just admiring my new water bottle. This actually inspires me. I feel like I want to paint now. I'm gonna meditate, but I'll paint after it maybe. Gotta admit they're pretty. I'm not a child, I swear. I'm actually 32. Scott, am I 31 or 32? No, I'm 31. Oh my god, this is the first time in my life I forgot how old I am. Well, please help me, am I 31 or 32?
I can't remember how old I am.
Actually, honestly, can't remember right now. Am I 31 or 32?
We're going to have to do the math. So you're born November 92? No.
No, you're born November. I'm born in March. 19. I'm very bad at math.
So you are 32?
Oh my god.
Because I'm 31. You're older than me. Grandma.
Oh, you know what? I actually thought there that I could be 31. So I'm 32 then. Yeah, too old for this. When I'm out in the woods, I like to sing. I feel a sense of urgency. I just need to open up my vocal cords. I kind of thought that the birds would respond and we would have a little call and respond thing going on here. You know, like in the Disney movies. Maybe they don't get my singing. I tried. We have just left Loch Drive and now we're in Loch. I'm gonna have to practice how to say that. Loch. It's a little village close to Glasgow, and we're actually here now to do a house sit for 2 weeks, which we got through a house sitting website. So we are gonna stay in this little cute cottage and guard a dog for 2 weeks for this lovely couple who's going away to Spain on holiday. And after we've been there now for 2 weeks, we're gonna get out in the van again and head up north to the Highlands. Do you have here? Yes, fine. We'd barely been away a week, but Scotland had definitely put a spell on me. I was completely enchanted. I'd never been here before, but something about it felt like coming home. Leaving Brighton to live in a van was a big step into the unknown, scary and exciting all at once. But something about it just felt right, and with each passing day, that feeling grew stronger. And that creative spark I'd lost back in the city, it was finally coming back to life. This painting was inspired by our nights at the loch. In Scottish folklore, they tell stories of the Kelpie, a shape-shifting water horse that lurks in the deep waters and lures people to their doom. Not exactly uplifting, I know, but these kind of haunting tales have always drawn me in. More importantly though, this was my way back to creating again. Picking up my paintbrush felt like awakening something that had been sleeping. And this journey, it was only the beginning. Next time we're heading into the Highlands. I can't wait to share that with you. Until then, stay enchanted.
In Scotland. No, this is creepy.